Welcome back to 2025 Converge. This is day 3. Now we are talking lab and lab author interviews. So, gentlemen, please introduce yourselves.
Hey, I'm Michael Thompson. I'm a domain architect here at Tanium. Been here about 4 years.
Dries Mertens, solution engineer from Belgium.
All right, Michael and Dries, tell us about your lab. What's the title? What are learners getting out of this?
So our lab is entitled How to Gain Visibility in Your OT Devices. And one of the things we really talk about in the lab today is the IT and OT convergence. We're really excited to introduce endpoint expansion as part of Tanium. And one of the first areas that we're tackling is operational technology. So the lab really walks you through quickly doing that, gaining visibility to those devices, and as well as finding vulnerabilities in your environment.
So I do want to say right off the rip, we had a little bit of a preview on this before Converge. Super exciting. I was a customer before I was a Tanium employee, and this is really cool stuff. So what's some of the early feedback? You know, I know we already heard about it in the keynotes, but what's some of the feedback you're getting from some of the students so far?
So some students, they're saying that before they had no idea whatsoever how many devices they had. They have 1,000 devices or 10,000 devices, so now at least they have some idea. Because now we can see like firmware versions and vulnerabilities and all those things. But even just the number of having them already having an idea of how many per firmware, per version, per manufacturer, that was the word I was looking for, that's already a really important information.
That is so important. I know I worked with customers as a technical account manager, and some of the biggest things that they were asking is, how do I know where my OT devices are? How can I even find them on a site? We were doing some crazy things in Discover to make this happen, and this sounds like your lab walks through making this so much easier. All right, y'all, this lab sounds amazing, and now I've heard some rumors that customers are really excited about it. Tell me what some of this exciting feedback or questions you're getting.
Yeah, so during the lab, we've heard some customers have love this during the middle of the lab, just it kind of comes out. And then we've also had several customers either ask how quickly they could get this in a POC environment during the lab or ask to talk with us afterwards. So we're super excited about this, and this is going to be a big impact for our customers.
And you see immediately there was some R&D in the room, PM were in the room, and they were pulling them to ask some very specific questions. So it's something that lives. That's very obvious.
And Dries, you just mentioned R&D, PMs, and that's really why you want to take these labs in person, so you can be at the forefront of this kind of technology, right? It's very exciting. Dries, Michael, thank you so much for joining us today.
You're welcome. Happy to be here.
All the viewers at home, thank you for joining us. That's a wrap on day 3 of Tanium Converge 2025.
Be here next year.